as you can see here that I have already drawn two structures. The first, you know it, it's methane molecule, and the second one, it's your water molecule. Okay, so if I talk about the properties, okay, if I ask you, let's say, the properties of these two molecules, the first important thing that you will say is, you know that this is water, right? You will talk about that it is colorless, odorless, okay, and the very important thing, it is liquid. It is liquid. It exists as liquid at room temperature. Okay, and what about your methane? Again, this is the very first member of your alkane family. This is actually a gas at room temperature. Okay? So now as you can see that your water exists as liquid at room temperature and your methane exists as gas. Now my question is why? Why do you find water as liquid and your methane as gas? Now the phenomena which is responsible for the structure and properties of this compound is actually hydrogen bonding. Okay, hydrogen bonding. So we will see in this lecture about hydrogen bonding and how does this hydrogen bonding actually affect the structure and properties of n number of compounds in nature. So hydrogen bond is nothing but an attractive force. Okay, it is nothing but attractive force, okay, which binds it's an attractive force which binds hydrogen atom with electronegative atom. So basically it's an electrostatic force which actually binds your hydrogen molecule with your electronegative atom. Now the very common example, let's have a look here. Let's say you have something like this. Okay, what I'm drawing here is, let me draw it with another pen. Okay. Now let's say I have not many molecules of XH. Now what is happening here is, if I want to show hydrogen bond, what I have stated here, it's your H atom which actually binds with the electronegative atom. So here you can see your H atom, and can you see this dotted lines? Dotted lines. Okay, hydrogen bond is actually represented by the broken lines. You can either show it with the help of broken line or you can show it with the help of dotted lines. Now as you can see, H and X, there's a bond which I have shown it with the help of dash, and you know that which bond do you represent with the help of dash? It's covalent bond. So, and can you see the broken line? That's your hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is actually linked with your electronegative atom. It's an electrostatic force, okay, electrostatic force, or I should say force of attraction, electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen and your electronegative atom. Now, as I have told you that you represent it with a broken line, and one more thing you must remember, that your hydrogen bond is actually weaker than your covalent bond. Okay, this is a weak bond. Hydrogen bond is a weak bond. Fine. So the next thing is conditions of formation of hydrogen bond. What are the conditions for the formation of hydrogen bond? Now again, this is very important. There are two conditions that you must focus. The first one is very important. Your hydrogen atom must be covalently linked to an electronegative atom. Can you see here X here is an electronegative atom. Okay, your H atom, that is your hydrogen atom, is covalently bonded to electronegative atom. This is very important. Now, when I say electronegative atom, the second condition is on this electronegative atom. The electronegative atom, which with which your hydrogen atom is going to be linked covalently, and also the force of attraction that it will be facing with another electronegative atom, that is this one. You have to make sure that your atom, electronegative atom, must be small. Okay, they must have high charge density and they must be small. The second one is your electronegative atom must be a small atom. Okay, so your electronegative En, I am writing it as electronegative atom must be small. This must be a small atom. When I say small, which electronegative atoms comes in your mind? It's obviously oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine. This X, it can be either your oxygen, it can be either your nitrogen, it can be either your fluorine. Okay, so just remember, hydrogen must be linked to your electronegative atom. Fine. If I want to redefine hydrogen bonding, how will I be redefining it? Here you can say that it is an electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen, which is covalently linked to an electronegative atom, with another electronegative atom. Now this electronegative atom can be present in the same molecule, or it can be a part of another molecule. Okay, that thing also we will be discussing in detail in the types of hydrogen bonding. So you just make sure your hydrogen atom must be covalently linked to your electronegative atom, and it faces force of attraction with another electronegative atom. Fine. So this is nothing but the hydrogen bonding. I'll give you an example. Okay, before this, why this hydrogen bonding is taking place? Okay, that is nothing but the cause of formation of hydrogen bonding. Okay, so let's talk about the cause of formation of hydrogen bonding.